get to Korea. You got your visa, you get to Korea, you started working. Is that it? No, it's not it. You still have to get your alien registration card. Alright, I just got mine yesterday. Here it is. See that? This picture, it's funny. My boss took me to a photo shop to get my picture because he didn't like the pictures that I had sent from the States where I had a big scruffy beard. I don't know, he wanted a clean cut picture of me, and I came here clean cut. That's probably why. When you get your visa, there are instructions that you have to get your alien registration card. And they tell you that you have 90 days after you arrive in Korea to do that. But you really don't have the choice. It's really your boss is going to handle that for you. To get your alien registration card, you're going to have to take a physical with a blood and a urine test. I only had 1 day notice. My boss told me that he was going to pick me up the next day and take me over to get my test. My boss picked me up on a Tuesday and took me to a small hospital or clinic, and to my surprise it was like a full physical. I mean, they were checking my height, my weight, my eyes. They gave me the eye test up against a wall. They gave me a hearing test where you raise your arm with the headphones, you raise your arm when you hear the beep. I mean, I haven't done that in so many years. I think the last time I've actually been to a doctor was getting a physical for summer camp when I was 15 years old. Alright, that was over 15 years ago, so it's been a long time. They took blood, and I had to pee in a cup. Alright, to be honest, I don't know exactly what they test for. I was trying to listen to my boss to hear what he was saying to the nurse when he was basically getting me signed up there to take my tests. I know he said, you know, check for AIDS or HIV, check for something that I think is tuberculosis or TB, and I don't know what drugs they test for. I have two friends that are in Korea that told me that they don't test for marijuana, but they test for the other hard drugs. I couldn't tell you what they test for. 2 weeks later, my results came in. My boss gave me this sheet. You know, everything was good. And I can't read this, so I can't tell you exactly what they tested for, but everything is clean. The only thing I learned was that I'm blood type A. I knew that, but I haven't forgotten that. So that was I got myself a little education. I'm a blood type A. And you can see my old picture there with my big scruffy beard on it. If you want some advice about this drug test, if you're worried about it for any reason, I'm not here to judge you if you're using drugs recreationally. But I will say this, if they do test for THC or marijuana, you definitely want to stop doing that at least 6 weeks before you come here. So if you're thinking that you're going to spend a week drinking tea and drinking water and flushing your system out, you got another thing coming. So I'm just going to say, stop whatever you're partying or whatever you're doing. If you know you're coming here, play it safe. More than a month. Give yourself 6 weeks to clean out your system. And if your friends want to give you a going away party, you don't wait till the last minute for that. Do that a month or two ahead of time. Obviously, because I'm wearing a different shirt and I have this new hairdo, I got a haircut this weekend. This is an update to the video you're currently watching that I shot the footage for about a week ago. I made some new Korean friends this weekend, and I asked one of them to look at my results page from my physical exam and decipher some of this language to me. Apparently they did a very sophisticated examination of my blood and my urine. They looked for all the hepatitises, of course HIV, tuberculosis. They checked my blood type, the health of my blood cells, my hemoglobin, my platelets, the proteins and blood sugar, all this complicated stuff, but nowhere on this results sheet exam has anything to do with a drug test at all. Quite surprisingly. So use this information at your own peril. So that's that. I took the physical, I got my results back, everything was clean, and my passport, my boss took my passport and told me he needed it over the weekend. It took my boss about a week before he gave me the card back, so it takes a little bit for the processing. The cost. I was told by my recruiter that the cost isn't covered by the school. My boss won't pay for that. I was a little disappointed because I had seen some things on the internet that says, you know, don't let the school make you pay for the test. Well, what choice do you have? You accept the job, it's not going to be a deal breaker. The test is somewhere around $300 to $400. I guess, for the medical test. I brought cash with me. I was prepared to have it taken out of my first paycheck. I didn't know. I just thought that I was going to pay for it. Luckily, I didn't pay for it. My boss didn't ask me for any money. It didn't come out of my paycheck. Nothing has come of it. So I didn't pay for it. Can't guarantee that that's how it's going to be for you. But hopefully your school will cover it and take care of that. So that is the alien registration card. So now I can walk around the streets of Gwangju, Korea, and if for some strange, odd reason I get stopped by some officials, I can whip out my card and say, I'm supposed to be here and I'm here legally. And not like I think that's going to happen. I mean, it's kind of weird. I haven't even seen police here. There are no police here. The police here are 18 to 22-year-olds serving their required military or police requirement. So it's kind of weird. There's no crime problem here. But anyway, I'm official. And I just wanted you to know that.